Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, my dear friends. It's me, Santa Claus, coming straight from the North Pole. But tonight, forget the reindeers, forget the toy factory, forget the snowy chimneys, because I'm not here to talk about toys. Oh, no, no, no. Tonight, I'm trading my sleigh bells for champagne glasses and my cozy red suit for a golden tuxedo. Why? Because I'm taking you on an exclusive journey to discover the most expensive luxury Christmas vacations in the world. Yes, you heard me right. We're talking about Christmas getaways so jaw-dropping, so glamorous, and so ridiculously expensive that even I, Santa Claus, would need to mortgage the North Pole just to stay one night. From snowy alpine chalets with private butlers, to tropical islands where billionaires spend Christmas dinner on the beach, to palaces decorated with diamonds instead of ornaments, this list will make your Christmas tree lights flicker with envy. So buckle up, my jolly friends, because by the end of this video, you'll be dreaming of Christmas in places where luxury meets magic and money is no object. Ho, 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 let's begin. You see, while most families are enjoying hot cocoa by the fireplace and a modest turkey dinner, the world's billionaires are doing something a little different. They're booking entire castles, private islands, 10-star hotels, and even palaces decorated with diamonds for Christmas. Yes, diamonds on a Christmas tree. Even I can't compete with that kind of sparkle. So, buckle up your diamond-encrusted seatbelts, because I'm taking you on a journey to 10 destinations so luxurious, so extravagant, so over the top that even Rudolph asked me if he could get an upgrade to first class. Trust me, by the end of this list, you'll be torn between a snowy chalet in the Alps or a tropical villa in the Maldives. But wherever you dream of going, one thing's for sure. These Christmas vacations are not just holidays, they're once-in-a-lifetime experiences. Now let's get started with number 10. Pack your bags, but don't forget the gold-plated toothbrush. Destination 10, the Plaza Hotel, New York City. Ah, New York City at Christmas. The Rockefeller Center tree, the ice skating rinks, Fifth Avenue glowing brighter than Rudolph's nose. It's a magical scene. But billionaires don't just watch the tree from the street. Oh no! They book the Plaza Hotel, the most iconic luxury hotel in Manhattan. Picture this. You wake up in a suite overlooking Central Park, covered in snow like a winter wonderland. Your private butler delivers champagne for breakfast. A string quartet plays carols in your living room. And when you're ready, a private chauffeur takes you to a closed-door shopping spree on Fifth Avenue. No crowds, just you and unlimited designer bags. At Christmas, the Plaza offers packages worth over $40,000. Yes, just for a few nights. That includes private decorations in your suite, Swarovski ornaments, gourmet feasts, and a view of the Rockefeller tree away from the tourists. Forget Kevin from Home Alone, too. If he thought running through the Plaza was luxury, he should see what billionaires do here during Christmas. Believe me, I delivered presents here once, and I almost stayed the night until Mrs. Claus reminded me I don't have $40,000 lying around. Ho, ho, ho! Destination 9, Claridge's, London. Now let's fly across the pond to London, where Claridge's Hotel in Mayfair is basically the crown jewel of Christmas luxury. Every year they unveil a Christmas tree designed by the biggest names in fashion: Dior, Dolce & Gabbana, Chanel. Yes, even the Christmas tree here is haute couture. A Claridge's Christmas package can cost over $25,000, and for good reason. Guests enjoy chauffeur-driven Rolls-Royces, champagne afternoon teas, and shopping sprees at Harrods. Imagine sipping rare vintage champagne under chandeliers while listening to carolers in tuxedos. The royal suite looks like a Christmas fairy tale. Roaring fireplaces, velvet drapes, and gold everywhere. It's the kind of place where I could hang my red coat, sip a 200-year-old cognac, and pretend I'm British royalty for a night. Fun fact, Winston Churchill once said he'd only consider it Christmas if he spent it at Claridge's. And if it was good enough for him, it's definitely good enough for billionaires. Of course, my elves told me to book a night until they realized it costs more than the entire toy factory's annual budget. Ho, ho, ho! Destination 8, Burj Al Arab, Dubai. Ho, ho! From snowy London, let's warm up in Dubai at the legendary Burj Al Arab, the world's only so-called 7-star hotel. Yes, you heard me. Not 5 stars, not 6. 7! Even I only have 5 reindeers on Yelp. During Christmas, this sail-shaped palace goes all out. Golden Christmas trees, private fireworks, and dinners on luxury yachts. If you book the Royal Suite at $25,000 per night, you get a private cinema, rotating beds, a team of butlers, and more marble than the North Pole has snow. The Christmas feast? Forget turkey. Here it's caviar, gold-dusted desserts, and champagne that cost more than my sleigh. Guests even get flown to the desert for private safaris under the stars, followed by 5-star Arabian banquets. And when I make deliveries here, let's just say I get lost in the elevators. Last time I ended up in a spa with a view of the Persian Gulf. Don't tell Mrs. Claus. Ho, ho, ho! Destination 7, Badrut's Palace, St. Moritz, Switzerland. St. Moritz in Switzerland, the billionaire's playground every Christmas. Badrut's Palace is legendary, where the elites ski during the day and drink vintage champagne by roaring fireplaces at night. The Royal Suite costs around $20,000 per night, but that includes helicopter transfers straight to the slopes, private ski instructors, and ice skating on frozen lakes under fairy lights. Guests often book out entire wings of the hotel just for their family gatherings. St. Moritz itself is famous for polo on ice, luxury boutiques, and après-ski parties where Cristal flows like water. I once tried skiing there, but let's just say Santa and skis don't mix. Rudolph still laughs about it. If Christmas had a VIP section, this is it. And if you ever wondered where billionaires hang their stockings, it's probably here next to a Swarovski crystal fireplace. Ho, ho, ho. Destination 6, Hôtel de Glace, Quebec, Canada. Now let's head to Canada for something truly magical. The Hôtel de Glace in Quebec, built entirely of ice and snow. Yes, every winter they rebuild this palace with frozen walls, ice sculptures, and crystal chandeliers carved from ice. Even I feel right at home here. Suites come with fireplaces carved into the ice, fur blankets, and mood lighting that makes the entire room glow like the northern lights. At Christmas, packages include private husky rides, gourmet feasts inside ice dining halls, and even exclusive Northern Lights shows. Prices can reach $15,000 for luxury packages, which include heated outdoor spas, private ice carving lessons, and champagne served in frozen glasses. The best part? I don't need to land on the roof. I can just slide right through the icy walls. But between you and me, Mrs. Claus isn't a fan. She says her slippers stick to the frozen floor. Ho, ho, ho! Destination 5, Vienna, Austria, luxury Christmas markets. Ho, ho, ho! Welcome to Vienna, the city where Christmas looks like it was designed by angels themselves. Picture this, the Grand Schönbrunn Palace glowing under golden lights, horse-drawn carriages gliding through snow-dusted streets, and the smell of roasted chestnuts and mulled wine drifting through the air. Now don't get me wrong, Vienna's Christmas markets are open to everyone. But billionaires, they experience a very different Vienna. They don't fight for space in the crowd. They book entire private evening tours of the Christkindlmarkt after hours, when the stalls are closed to the public and lit only for them. Imagine sipping vintage champagne while browsing handcrafted ornaments made of gold and Swarovski crystals. Where do they stay? At the Hotel Sacher or the Imperial Vienna, of course. These suites cost upwards of $8,000 per night and come with private butlers, chauffeured Bentleys, and VIP tickets to the Vienna State Opera. Some guests even hire the Vienna Philharmonic for a private Christmas concert inside their suite. And the food? Oh, ho, ho, it's not just strudel. Think multi-course Christmas feasts with caviar, black truffle goose, and desserts sprinkled with edible gold. If you thought Vienna was magical on postcards, wait until you see it through the eyes and wallets of billionaires. Even I get jealous. My sleigh bells don't shine as bright as Vienna at Christmas. Destination 4. Strasbourg, France, the capital of Christmas. Ho, ho, ho! Bienvenue, mes amis! Welcome to Strasbourg, officially known as the capital of Christmas. And let me tell you, this place has been celebrating Christmas for centuries. Literally. The Strasbourg Christmas Market, or Christkindlesmarkt, dates all the way back to 1570, making it one of the oldest in the world. Picture cobblestone streets lined with medieval half-timbered houses, every window glowing with candles, every balcony wrapped in garlands. The massive Christmas tree in Place Kleber towers above the square, shining with thousands of lights. The air smells of roasted chestnuts, spiced wine, and gingerbread so rich it could make even Mrs. Claus faint. Now, ordinary tourists might wander through the stalls sipping mulled wine from paper cups, but billionaires? Oh ho ho, they experience Strasbourg in true luxury. They don't book a cozy Airbnb. Instead, they stay in 5-star boutique hotels and luxury riverfront villas that cost $8,000 to $12,000 per night. Some even rent historic mansions along the Rhine River, complete with private chefs, chauffeurs, and grand pianos playing carols in the living room. But it doesn't stop there. Exclusive packages for the ultra-rich include private market tours after hours. Imagine having the entire Christkindlesmarkt to yourself, sipping champagne while browsing artisanal ornaments made of gold and crystal. Michelin-starred Christmas dinners featuring foie gras, black truffles, and rare wines from Alsace vineyards. Luxury river cruises on the Rhine, where guests watch the city lights from the deck while sipping 100-year-old brandy. And here's a fun fact. Strasbourg is right on the border with Germany, so guests often get two Christmas cultures in one trip, French elegance with German traditions. When I deliver gifts here, I always take a little detour to warm up with a mug of vin chaud. Let me tell you, the elves complain that I come back smelling like cinnamon and cloves, but hey, that's the price of luxury. Ho, ho, ho. Destination 3, Nuremberg, Germany, Christkindlesmarkt in luxury style. Ho, ho, ho. We'll come into Nuremberg, Germany, home of one of the most famous and magical Christmas markets in the entire world, the Christkindlesmarkt. Oh, my jingle bells. Just saying that name makes me smell the gingerbread. This market is over 400 years old. That means I've been delivering gifts here since the very beginning. Picture narrow medieval streets glowing under warm golden lights, wooden stalls decorated with pine branches, and the sweet scent of roasted almonds and mulled wine filling the frosty night air. Carolers sing, bells ring, and the whole city feels like it's been taken out of a Christmas fairy tale. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The average visitor comes for a mug of glühwein and a stroll. But billionaires? Oh, ho, ho. They do it differently. They don't just wander the market with a paper cup in hand. No, they book exclusive after-hours tours where the entire market is closed to the public. They walk through rows of glowing stalls completely alone, guided by private historians, while sipping vintage wine instead of hot cocoa. Where do they stay? Forget basic hotels. Billionaires check into medieval castles and 5-star estates in the Bavarian countryside, with private chauffeurs driving them into town in black Mercedes Maybachs. Suites cost anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 per night, and often include personal chefs who prepare German Christmas delicacies, roasted goose, stolen cake, and gingerbread infused with edible gold. And here's the kicker. These wealthy travelers don't just buy ornaments. They commission entire Christmas sets handmade by local artisans, costing tens of thousands of euros. Swarovski crystal Christmas trees? Oh yes. Hand-carved nativity scenes with gold leaf? Absolutely. I once saw a single family spend more on Christmas decorations than the entire North Pole's annual candy cane budget. And of course, when the market closes for everyone else, billionaires get a private Christmas concert right in the town square. Imagine sipping champagne while a choir sings Silent Night under centuries-old Gothic towers. Now that's a Christmas memory money truly can buy. So while most people enjoy gingerbread hearts and mulled wine with the crowd, the ultra-rich enjoy Nuremberg as if the whole city were their private playground. I must say, it's tempting. But if I lingered too long here, I'd eat so much gingerbread that I wouldn't fit back into my sleigh. Ho, ho, ho! Destination 2, Prague, Czech Republic, Old Town Luxury Christmas. Ho, ho, ho! Welcome to Prague, the fairy tale city of Europe, where Christmas feels like stepping inside a storybook written by snowflakes and starlight. Picture this: Gothic spires piercing the frosty sky, the medieval astronomical clock chiming above the old town square, and a Christmas tree so tall and glittering it looks like it was decorated by angels, or maybe a few of my most stylish elves. The famous Christmas markets here are buzzing with life. The smell of cinnamon, roasted chestnuts, and tredelnik, the sweet chimney cakes rolled in sugar, fills the air. But remember, my dear luxury seekers, billionaires don't simply wander with the crowds holding paper cups of mulled wine. No, no, no. They experience Prague in style. Imagine this: a stay at the Four Seasons Prague in their royal suite with panoramic views of the Charles Bridge and Prague Castle. That will set you back $12,000 per night. Or perhaps the Augustine Hotel, a former 13th century monastery turned into a palace of modern luxury with private chapels for midnight prayers and secret gardens lit with fairy lights. And because billionaires never wait in line, their personal concierges arrange private after-hours tours of Prague Castle with candlelit corridors and even exclusive access to the crown jewels, normally locked away from the public eye. Some guests even book a private gondola-style boat along the Vltava River, complete with a 4-course Christmas Eve dinner served under the glow of the Charles Bridge, all while violins play in the background. And what's on the Christmas menu? Forget simple carp and potato salad, which is the Czech tradition. We're talking Michelin-starred feasts, truffle-stuffed goose, caviar appetizers, rivers of champagne, and desserts dusted with edible 24-karat gold. Now, here's a fun fact. Even the markets themselves can be made exclusive. Some ultra-wealthy visitors pay for after-hours access to the Old Town Square Market, where vendors reopen just for them. Imagine having the entire market to yourself, strolling with a cup of steaming mulled wine while elves, attendants, bring you rare crystal ornaments or hand-carved nativity figures worth thousands of euros. I once flew my sleigh over Prague during Christmas Eve, and let me tell you, it's a sight to behold. The entire city glowing like a golden jewel box. Rudolph nearly crashed into the castle towers because he was so distracted by the lights. Ho, ho, ho! So whether it's in a royal suite, a private castle banquet, or an entire Christmas market rented out just for you, Prague transforms Christmas into pure, old-world luxury magic. And if you listen carefully on a snowy night here, you might just hear me laughing as I deliver presents over those cobblestone streets. Destination 1, Gstaad Palace, Switzerland. Ho, ho, ho! And now, my dear friends, we've reached our final destination, the legendary Gstaad Palace in the snowy Swiss Alps. This is where royalty, Hollywood stars, and billionaires spend their Christmas in absolute privacy and luxury. A penthouse suite here costs over $25,000 a night, complete with private fireplaces, panoramic mountain views, and Swarovski crystal Christmas trees that sparkle brighter than Rudolph's nose. Guests arrive by private helicopter, ski straight from their suites onto the slopes, and end the night with Dom Perignon and truffle fondue by the fire. If there's one place that truly feels like the grand finale of Christmas luxury, it's Gstaad Palace. Even my reindeers don't want to leave this snowy paradise. Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho! And that, my dear friends, brings us to the end of our magical sleigh ride across the most extravagant, most luxurious, and most unforgettable Christmas vacations in the entire world. From icy palaces in Canada to golden deserts in Abu Dhabi, from snowy chalets in Switzerland to private islands in the Caribbean, one thing is certain: billionaires really know how to make Christmas shine brighter than my sleigh on a clear winter's night. But now I want to hear from you. If money were no object, which of these incredible destinations would you choose? Would you sip champagne under the northern lights in Lapland? Or maybe dine on gold-dusted desserts in Dubai? Or perhaps spend Christmas in a fairy tale castle in Ireland? Tell me in the comments below. I'll be reading them with my elves. And who knows, maybe your dream Christmas destination will end up on my nice list. And don't forget, my jolly friends, hit that subscribe button so you never miss another luxury adventure with Santa. Give this video a like if you enjoyed our journey. And of course, check the links in the description for some very exclusive surprises. You might just find the perfect Christmas gift or even start planning your own luxury holiday. Because remember, whether you're celebrating in a $250,000 private chalet or simply at home with cookies and hot cocoa, the real magic of Christmas isn't just diamonds and champagne. It's joy, love, laughter, and maybe, just maybe, a sprinkle of gold dust. Until next time, this is Santa Claus, wishing you all a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and may your stockings always be filled with luxury. Ho, ho, ho. See you soon.